Well, we have heavy rainfall today and tomorrow, a severe weather threat for southern Minnesota later today, and then more thunderstorms possible this weekend as things start to heat up again. So we have a risk of excessive rainfall here across the southern part of the state from NOAA's Weather Prediction Center. This whole area in yellow, anywhere in there, we do have the potential for some flash flooding concerns. So we'll be watching where the rain falls through the day today and where those heaviest bands set up and kind of stay stationary. That'll determine where we see potential flash flooding concerns. It's hard to pinpoint those very small scale areas of heavy rainfall, but we're going to see a widespread soaking for much of the state. Already that rain filling in here. That same frontal boundary that came through on Monday has lifted back north. So we saw a reprieve. It was in Iowa yesterday, but dew point surging north again. In fact, we can really measure that by looking at the 24-hour change in dew point. And you can see quite a substantial increase here across southwestern Minnesota into South Dakota as that front marched even just another 50 miles farther north. Low-level jet stream here, winds 4,000 feet above the ground, going up to 50 miles an hour, transporting that moisture and energy northward. And at the same time, we've got a couple of upper-level disturbances. These little yellow-red blotches, these are little areas of vorticity or short waves aloft, basically cool fronts aloft that all combine to produce this area of instability and showers and thunderstorms we're seeing fill in here. Widespread 1 to 3 inches of rainfall here for central and southern Minnesota, including the Twin Cities. There will be some locally higher amounts though. There will be some 4, 5, 6 inch isolated pockets, but exactly where that happens, still a big question mark until we really see these rain bands form on radar. So wave 1 goes through much of the day today. We get some lulls in it, and then largely an overnight break, maybe even in the evening, the last hour before sunset, you might be able to get outside and dodge some of the puddles, but another wave develops tomorrow morning into midday before it wraps up later in the day tomorrow. Now there is a risk of severe storms to talk about today too. Places like Mankato, Rochester, down to Austin, Albert Lee in the slight risk, level 2 out of 5. The Twin Cities kind of out of a precaution in that marginal risk, level 1 out of 5, if some of those storms could hold together. But really the instability and the parameters for severe weather will be confined to where that warm front is sitting now in southern Minnesota. That's a good area of shear that can potentially produce some tornadic storms. It will all depend upon how much sun we can get in southern Minnesota to destabilize things. A couple of different models here showing the updraft helicity tracks, basically a look at the track of some of the strongest storms. All keep it just south of the Twin Cities, but something we'll have to keep an eye on later today because a warm front tends to be some of our best tornado producing setup here in Minnesota. Dew points will drop temporarily Friday. That's the one nice day. And then humid for the weekend again. Saturday and Sunday, dew points will be back in the 70s. And we will still have some of these little ripples moving through the atmosphere, these upper level disturbances. So there is still the chance of storms Saturday and Sunday. Not a washout though. Neither Saturday or Sunday look like today or tomorrow where we'll have periods of the whole day or half of the day raining, but we will see some thunderstorms probably Friday night, Saturday, northwestern Minnesota, and then whatever holds together could come through early Saturday, and then we could see some regeneration of storms somewhere in central or eastern Minnesota late in the day Saturday with that heating. We're going to get close to 90 degrees for some spots, and then still unsettled, I'm afraid, on Sunday too. Some thunderstorms popping up potentially in the late afternoon, but it's pretty difficult to pinpoint the specific timing with these fast-moving little ripples more than 48 hours in advance. So chance of storms both Saturday and Sunday, but neither day will be a washout. Just to be aware of that as you make some weekend plans. Our summer weekends are precious around here. Rain-cooled temperatures though today and tomorrow in the low 70s. Heavy rain today, again on and off, showers and thunderstorms, but with some lulls in between. And again, I think this evening into the overnight will be a largely dry period before that second wave moves in. Friday, the one almost guaranteed dry day and more comfortable, but the weekend will be unsettled, but also steamy. Next week looks quieter too as those dew points drop, should allow for some sunnier, more stable skies.